Hello friends, Namaste. Good morning or good evening everyone. This is Lavanya. I live in Australia. So I'll be the host for this session with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji. Let us start our today's session. So I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, PSSM Australia, initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. Please do subscribe the Divine Breath YouTube channel. So for the last few weeks, we are discussing this book called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, with our very own pyramid master, Sohana Dodle from California, USA. So let me give you a recap of our day 7 session. So we discussed about serve yourself with scientific truth, be a mental engineer and use tried and proven techniques in building a grander and greater life. Your desire is your prayer. Picture the fulfillment of your desire now and feel its reality, and you will experience the joy of the answered prayer. Desire to accomplish things the easy way with the sure aid of mental science. You can build radiant health, success, and happiness by the thoughts you think in the hidden studio of your mind. Experiment scientifically until you personally prove that there is always a direct response from the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind to your conscious thinking. Feel the joy and restfulness in foreseeing the certain accomplishment of your desire. Any mental picture which you have in your mind is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. A mental picture is worth 1,000 words. Your subconscious will bring to pass any picture held in the mind backed by faith. Avoid all effort or mental contortion in prayer. Get into a sleepy, drowsy state and lull yourself to sleep, feeling and knowing that your prayer is answered. Remember that the thankful heart is always close to the riches of the universe. To affirm is to state that it is so. And as you maintain the attitude of mind as true, regardless of all the evidence to the contrary, you will receive an answer to your prayer. Generate electronic waves of harmony, health, and peace by thinking of the love and glory of God. What you decree and feel as true will come to pass. Decree harmony, health, peace, and abundance. So with this, I will hand it over to Sohana. Sohana, over to you.
Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Happy Dashera, first of all. So let us get started with the session. And today's chapter is going to be part 7, which is all about tendency of the subconscious as life word. So let me share the presentation. So yeah, can you see my screen? Yeah. So today it's all about the part 7, tendency of the subconscious is life word. So life word is something all about regarding your life and the pros and cons and the after effects of every action in your life or before every incident in your life. Everything which is regarding your life is something called life word, and life word is just a process that whatever is happening with your life, and you walk in the same way according to it, because apart from your life you don't know anything. Whatever you can see, whatever you act and whatever you speak, that is all you know about yourself, right? Whatever we do in our life, that is all we know. nothing much about, or nothing more about anything else we know. So let's get into it and see. And this is just a glimpse of all the chapters till now. And here in this chapter, the most important thing was, there are two important points, that one is a repeated one and the other one is a new point, and which is really a very good scientific reason that has been provided to us to strengthen our belief system, or to strengthen our law of belief towards anything. So let's see, what is the first point. Your subconscious is the builder of your body and is on job 24 hours a day. You interfere with uh, with its life giving patterns by negative thinking. So do you understand how our life is impacting on our subconscious mind? Whatever we are doing, you need to understand law of causality, something called cause and effect. What you give, you get. When it's every time, most of the time in this world, right now situation, um we are all dependent on somebody else's opinion, somebody else's suggestions, and somebody else's points. We don't have our individuality that much. And individuality just leads us where we end up thinking that set of people helped us with the right solution. Then what all we have learned in that process will become something that our individuality. Then later on you keep on using the same patterns over and over, but you have learned it from some or the other person. So here what happens is, most of the time, you should understand, everything depends on what you give, you get. So if other person is trying to give you some pain, okay, here this book clearly tells you that what all we deserve is only the right side of the life, not the wrong side of the life. I mean, not the fear, not the jealous, not the anger, and no negative. There is no negativity. Your life only deserves to be positive, and that is the only one thing. But here what happened is, whatever you whatever you interact with the other people, or whatever connection you make with the other people, it's just that, see, you understand this logic. What you give, you get. When other person is giving you some anger, some pain, so who should get it back? Do you have to get it, or do the other person needs to get it? The person who is giving should get it. So always remember. Then you also got to remember, it's not everywhere it's taking it up to the self mark. Okay, everywhere you got to act as a very balanced person. And if that is not so, you got to act very selfish, or you want everything to be your things, then obviously what you give is something what you get. So just a way, based on these, the other person is giving you pain and you take the pain. You're not releasing it. Okay, you gotta be a stoic person like Gautam Buddha. Then that is when it's a reflection. Every feeling or emotion is a reflection. Every feeling and emotions are in the form of thoughts. Okay, so they are being, they actually have to go back to the person where they belong to. But what we do is, we are so much confused, and we don't have patience enough. We don't know the scientific reasons behind how everything is working and how everything should work. So in that process, we just keep on interfering with everybody else's emotions, everybody else's lives. So based on those patterns, we start making negative patterns. So here, whatever it is there within you yourself, that all belongs to you, not to anybody. So when you utilize it everything, then you become a better person than what you are. So you don't have to worry about anybody else, because everybody has their own capacity, and everybody are provided equally. So this is all, the first thing is telling that your subconscious mind is the only builder of your body and is on top 24 hours a day. When it is doing its job, we interfere with our negative thinking. That's it. So as we know, or as Subhash Patriji Garu has taught us, there are four types of thinkings. Okay, one is miraculous thinking, the other is positive thinking, then negative thinking, then disastrous thinking. So most of the human beings lie in the disastrous thinking, and the other set of people move to negative thinking. And from negative, once you just once you make a form, or once you make the matrix, every pattern is a matrix of energy. So when the energy matrix has been formed, for example, take about a negative thinking, maybe a fear for something that what you have. Once you make a matrix with the energy, it is being spread to all over your body, all the chakras, all the bodies, and everything, every cell, single cell in your body will be these pattern, the energy with this pattern will be released. So once your body is fully filled with fear, it's very, it's very, like, time taking process, or there is so much effort needed again back to make it normal or to make it void. So do we really need this? So again, you got to refresh your mind, you got to refresh everything, your cells. So this process will take so much effort, so much energy, so much time. So in this process, always making mistakes and clearing it up, instead, why don't you go further? Elevate, ascend yourself a step more than what you are right now. So in this way, we can work with our subconscious mind. Like in the enlightenment hour, the recent enlightenment hour, there was a beautiful woman who asked a question to Patriji, saying that what is the difference between the spirit and soul. So I really liked her question and his answer. And then he said, spirit is the content and your soul is the container. So everybody has the container, everybody has the content according to their level, according to their efforts. So once you keep on filling your container, it's not easy. You keep redoing it every time. You can add it easily, but you can't just clean it up, right? Every day. So charge your subconscious with the task of evolving an answer to any problem prior to sleep, and it will answer you. Yes, definitely. So what happens is, when you're about to sleep, or when you're sleepy prior to sleep, that phase will be middle phase. Okay, middle phase, in the sense, neither you're not fully with your conscious mind, or you're not fully with the other dimensional world. You're just this is what, if you know about Balakrishna sir, and he is the one who will always tell us that you got to stay in the middle path. Okay, middle path is, you got to stand in the gateway of the physical reality and the other reality, and look here and provide it here, look here and provide it here. When there it is needed, then you got to look here and provide it there. So it's just like that. Prayer to sleep, why everything related to subconscious mind will work at that time, because first thing, you will not have much thinking. Second thing, you are in the middle path, you are in the gateway to your subconscious and the conscious mind. So it's easy for you, the connection is fast. So you give a question, there will be an answer. And you can even experiment on this every day. Just if you have something troubling you, or troubling your life, or anything, so just take some time and stop thinking at all. Stop thinking. Just I've heard many times from Patriji telling that whatever problem you have, all you gotta do is just think about the worst and leave it. That's it. So if you just think about the worst and leave it, then you will know what worst can happen, and that's it. And then you can just later relax. So I've tried this once. What worst can happen? Okay, this is what it can happen. Then after that, I just lost my fear. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is what it can happen. So, there are many other options, but probably right now, let me have a clear thinking, because if you just keep on thinking with your fear, you can't provide enough energy, or you can't intensify your thought, or your manifestation thing, or your desire, what you want to, make it happen. If you keep on thinking with fear, you can't provide it with the right energy. So if there is fear resisting, and you can just go ahead or give it a very good energy, then what we do is think about the worst and relax. Once you think about the worst, the fear disappears. When the fear disappears, it's very easy. Then you can just start giving it the enough amount of energy that what it is needed. So in this way, it's just that this is true. And for this, for you to, I have given since the chapter one, I am trying to give the scientific reasons, whatever I find behind it. But if you want to really understand how this works, you should experiment it. Okay. Experiment it when you get some time, or experiment it every day we go to bed, or that don't have to be at least only in the night. Whenever you take a power nap, or whenever you are exhausted, the best time, whenever you are completely exhausted, whenever you don't know what to think, you are even tired of thinking, then this is maybe a representation. I just sit like this. So whenever you are in that phase of life, or whenever you are in that phase of uh, point in a day after having a long day, just think about a good thing with a fresh mind, then definitely you will get your answer. All your subconscious mind needs is spirit. Spirit is nothing but the intense energy. And what form it should be? The miraculous form. Because everybody cannot think that subconscious working with subconscious mind is normal, first of all. And the subconscious mind response is also not normal. That is how the people think. That is how we everybody used to think. But as we ascend, then as we move to the miraculous phase of life, and that is when we start believing that yes, there is subconscious mind, and subconscious mind response, and that is how we interact with each other. So the next one is, watch your thoughts. Every thought accepted as true is sent to your brain, to your solar plexus, your abdominal brain, and is brought into your world reality. I really love this. And this phrase, from when I've read it, I've started experimenting in reality, and this is very true. So whatever, there is a thought in your head when you're meditating. You have a desire. So just think it in your mind. Obviously you think it in your mind. So you feel that that thought is carried by your brain, your head. Okay. So the thought is in your head. When the thought is in your head, then just there are energy veins in your body. Okay, energy nadis. Okay, we call nadis, so just send that thought through all your nadis to your solar plexus, from your head, from your brain to your solar plexus, and from solar plexus, which is your abdominal brain. Every thought from your brain, if it is being able to carried away successfully, with no confusion, no fear, no doubt, anything, with only positive and miraculous energy, to your solar plexus chakra, sorry. So that is when your thought will be manifested. That's it. So solar plexus chakra is very beautiful, which is which works with sun and moon energy together, day and night. So when it is happening with the two, this reality, what do we have? The most important thing, sun and moon. If that doesn't work, if there is full of day, we got to work fully, and if there is full of night, we got to sleep fully. So we have it equally, right? We have day equally, we have night equally. So we need sun and moon. And solar plexus chakra is always works with sun and moon energies. So this topic we also even covered it in the fifth chapter or sixth chapter, if I remember. So know that you can remake yourself by giving a new blueprint to your subconscious mind. Yes. So most of the time, there is a very good story in Gautam Buddha's life story. A woman, mustard seeds woman, a woman named Kisa Gautami, who went to Gautam Buddha and asked, I need a life like you, and can you just give birth to my dead child? Will that work? Because I've heard you're a very big person. So, whatever it is, whatever suffering we have, whatever problems we have, or anything that is not comfortable, we are not comfortable with it in our life. So for all of those, even Patriji was also telling, many a times I've heard it from him, that suffering, when you have suffering before meditation, it's hard to dissolve your suffering. That is why Gautam Buddha responded Kisa Gautami, telling that I cannot do anything right now because there is no your effort. But once she came to him again and she asked him that I want to become like you and I want to become a monk and know about all of this. And that is when he told her that from now I can help you moving your suffering out of your life. Meditation is the only thing that will help us remove our suffering. How would it help and how is that related to this? Just, right now, however you are, can you truly believe that you are a god? Truly believe that you are a god? And imagine there are many people coming to you and asking you for favors. Will you be able to satisfy everybody? No. If you sit in meditation, if you just observe your breath, and that is the point where you start believing whatever you give it to your mind with no questions at all. In meditation, the beautiful thing on this earth is meditation. And in meditation, it's always that whatever you tell it to yourself, your two minds, there are no questions posed. There are no confusions. It directly responds, it directly accepts whatever you give it. So that is why there is a chance to remake whatever thought is being given. If you are in a suffering, whatever is happening right now, you can change it, you can remake everything. But to remake, you gotta meditate. And if you keep on meditating as much as you need, after a point you don't have to sit and take some time and meditate and then do it. Every time, every second, every minute, you are meditating. That's it. Till before I was meditating, I never realized that I'm at least breathing and I at least have something going on 24/7 within me. I never realized, but after starting meditation, also, it took almost 1 to 2 years for me to exactly experience how breath works. To feel my breath, it took 1 to 2 years for me. Like every day, I used to just take it a challenge. I am not able to experience my breath, then how can I experience my life truly? And this is not the way. Then I started experiencing my breath, and that breath started showing me its effects. Like, I started seeing everything in depth. Like, that really happens whenever you meditate as much as you need, how much ever your body requires or your mind requires. If you give it that amount of content, then you will directly go where you belong to. When you are meditating too much, you will not just have two eyes, you will have three eyes. So you see better than what you have been seeing. So this is how it works. And the best suggestion on this point is, whenever we are thinking negative, talking negative, having negative perceptions, whatever negative is happening within us, stop there for a second and just observe your breath. for 2 minutes, and then immediately, if you have cursed someone, or if you have spoken negative words or hurted somebody with your words, then wait there. Just take a deep breath, or observe your breath, connect with your breath. That is all I can say. Once you connect with your breath, immediately start apologizing to the other person, or if you do it to yourself, apologize to yourself. Immediately, whatever thought, whatever action, whatever speech, just immediately change it before it passes through all over. So once you do that, the before the negative thought what you have given, and you changed it with a positive thought, it nullifies. There is nothing moved to your solar plexus. So that's the point here. So always when you get a negative thought, just clash it with your positive thought. That's it. The tendency of your subconscious is always a life word. So your job is with your subconscious mind. Feed your subconscious mind with the premises which are true. Your subconscious is always reproducing according to your habitual mental patterns. So yes, this is all that what we have been discussing, but it's always that feed your subconscious mind with the premises which are true. So always subconscious mind is first of all limitless. But what happens is, what are the premises? It's just that have a blueprint, have a path, what to do after what next. So it's not just that. If you heard about Shivani Didi, Shivani Didi is from Brahma Kumaris. So she lives right here in San Francisco, and I heard a very beautiful message from her long ago, telling that if you are meditating, and if you are not refining your characterization or yourself, it's just that you have turned on the car, and there is tank full of fuel in the car, and the car is not moving anywhere. It's just wasting it right wherever it is. There is no purpose happening, or there is no purposeful movement behind it. It's just that you need energy to refine yourself. That is the first and foremost thing, that why we need it. But instead of refining, for refining, what we got to do some action. We got to take charge on ourselves. We got to keep on working and experimenting. Instead of that, just like a idle car which is turned on with the tank full of fuel, it's just that the fuel is wasting. That's it. Car is not moving. There is no purpose is happening, but the fuel is wasting. Just the way the content what you have been, what you are with, you are just wasting it on something else which is not really important. Then this is what Gautam Buddha was explaining about impermanence. People waste so much time on impermanence, which is not right. So whatever we waste, see, if we are idle, if you are not refining ourselves, what we try to refine somebody else who is around you. You are that, you are this, you got to change this, you got to change this. Neither of us change, because see, your energy is not useful for you, then how can it be useful for somebody else? So it's just that wasting time. No, I'm sorry about this. And yeah, your subconscious is always reproducing according to your habitual mental patterns. We have already discussed about this. Whatever it's when the matrix is formed, when it is sent through your nadis to every cell, that becomes a comfortable pattern to your body. When your body is comforting with that pattern, again you got to change it. So always, if you have heard about the quotes, if you want to be successful, move out of your comfort zone. So Patriji always keeps on telling us, keep refining, keep on refining. Don't take gaps. Move out of your comfort zone. Whatever the habitual paths or patterns that you have, move out and push it away. So you build a new body every, yeah, this is the only point that I really felt everybody needs to understand. So this is all about law of belief. Okay, you build a new body every 11 months, change your thoughts and keep them changed. So we have heard many things about DNA and DNA activation. So here, why it is 11 months? A human body is capable of sustaining 120 years. For 120 years, this body needs a refreshment or a change or something, a treatment for it to again work for further. So this happens every 11 months. It's just that every 11 months, there are many astral surgeries happen within us. It's just that our body and our thoughts and the whole system will be changed, pushed into further state. Everything will be healed. So here, what is the author trying to explain is scientifically proven that your body, all the bodies will be changing for every 11 months. So basically, we should understand that whatever we are just 11 months old. That's it, right? So we are just 11 months old. So you don't have to keep on thinking that this has been since so long, and you don't have to suffer yourself for no reason. So this thing, there is an exercise. I'll just take a picture and send it to you in the group. Then you guys can experiment with that, how it works. It is normal to be, yeah, it is normal to be healthy. It is abnormal to be ill. So there is within the innate principle of harmony. So it's just that whatever it is, we got to be on the right side of the life. What is the right side of your life is healthy, happy, and all the positive things that what we deserve and what we are actually provided with. But here what happens is, uh, just based on the physical reality or the life patterns, as we heard, interfering life patterns, we start to think or we start to be or behave abnormal, start living abnormal. So this is all something that there is within the innate principle of harmony. So who's going to decide, like, this is healthy, this is all that you got to deserve, this is all, you don't have to. So it's just that the innate principle of harmony. Harmony is something that it's just between your intents and intention. Okay, it's between that, your intents and intention. Between that is the harmony, the process where there is an intention and you need intents to push it away or to push it into your nadis or through your cells. So that is where the innate principle of harmony exists. So there what actually happens is, harmony is the matrix forming. So when that matrix whatever is forming, if you feel comfortable about that, you accept it. You accept it to work within your body. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't let it work. So just the way, most of the time, by the by the life patterns that have been interfered into our thinking pattern, which turned it to be negative, so that leads us most of the time to think abnormal. To be healthy, happy is always normal, but to be on the wrong side is abnormal. So thoughts of jealousy, fear, worry and anxiety tear down and destroy your nerves and glands, bringing about mental and physical disease for all kind. Yes, there is in our PSSM there is a group called Respiration Tablets. So they always speak about this. Whatever physical diseases or mental diseases that we have, it's just that it had entered into our body through a thought. If you allow a negative thought, it entered into your body. It entered into your thought process or your thought system. From there it started moving on, spreading, like the matrix will be formed, right, to the solar plexus chakra and then to the reality. So if it can't go, if you're not letting it to go to your solar plexus chakra and you keep on thinking it in your head, then you start getting the mental diseases. And if you let it go through your solar plexus chakra, then it becomes your physical diseases. So whatever the negative thing, that is why we are always suggested and we are always requested to think positive, think normal. It's just because for this, once you do that, you keep on affecting yourself. That affecting yourself will impact on the others too. So it's just that every disease, whatever it has been entered into your body, is in the form of your thought. So whatever is happening, if you're suffering with any physical diseases or mental diseases, take some time, sit, meditate, and talk to your thought. Okay, clash your thought. Just tell it that I just want a release from this kind of thoughts. Will you be able to not move away? Tell your thought clearly that can you please dissolve? Let it dissolve. Dissolve is nothing but disappearing into the space. That's it. You're just avoiding. When you say dissolve, your thought will have no power to work further. So, what you affirm consciously and feel as true will be made manifest in your mind, body, and affairs. So, affirm the good and enter into the joy of living. So, whatever you affirm consciously and feel as true will be made manifest in your mind, body, and affairs. So, here it's just that the biggest task is that to make ourselves or to make us believe or to make us feel true, whatever it is. That is all the biggest problem. We don't we need the logical reasoning, or we got to satisfy satisfactorily reasoning that says this is true. But the issue is, that is why we say that meditation helps this kind of make us feel true thinking. So if you want to affirm comfortably, if you want to accept every good thing, positive thing, so called dharma, if you want to cultivate dharma in your life, if you just read about Gautam Buddha's stories, most of the time you start thinking that this is only possible to kings and queens and kingdoms and only those people, for not for us. But it's just that it's a representation within yourself saying that this is not true, this is not right for this generation. No, it's right, it's always right. If you heard about anything, it's just that you needed that is why it came to you. So just make yourself start believing, find every good reason to make yourself comfortable and believe with that. And that is how you can, affirm the good and enter into the joy of living. So, oh, we are done. Thank you. So, yep. I think this is just today's recap, and that's it. Like it's a very small chapter. So, yep. So let's get into if you guys have any questions and see.
Friends, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, or you can put it in the chat. So, Sohana, in the meantime, let me ask. So, solar plexus, like, why it's the only one chakra? It's like calling as an abdominal brain. I mean, why does it have so much of priority when compared to other chakras in our body? I mean,
So, solar plexus chakra is something that the gateway, I mean, the highest form, root chakra, sacral chakra, and then solar plexus chakra. So, the last three chakras belong to this physical world. So something that is belong to the physical world, in those three, the topmost chakra is solar plexus chakra. So the people like leaders, politicians, and uh, rich business people, or somebody who's in authority, they all are solar plexus dominant. Like, it's just that the highest form of energy in the physical reality. So the root chakra is all about grounding. Sacral chakra is all about clearing things. Solar plexus chakra is the creation. In this physical reality, in this world, in the last three chakras, solar plexus chakra is the top chakra. So if a person is solar plexus dominant, it's just that having a good life, good time on earth. So that is why, I mean, it's the highest form in this physical reality. So that is why we say that it's creating, it's a creation bank. So whatever you go through, okay, to go to your solar plexus chakra, you should cross all the chakras again. You should go to the root chakra, then sacral chakra, and then solar plexus chakra. If you got to experience all of those, and for the least comes your root chakra. Something better than root chakra is sacral chakra, and something better than sacral chakra is solar plexus chakra. And that's the only highest form of energy which helps us in creation, only in this physical reality. Whereas our Sahasrara chakra or third eye chakra, they help us create in the, astral travels, transcends, channelings. So in the other worlds, they help us in that way. For here, if people like fully money dominant and like that, they're fully solar plexus chakra dominant. They don't matter. For them, it doesn't matter whatever the other chakras are working and however they are working. That is why if you see most of the big rich businessmen, they end up very badly with a lot of physical diseases, because there is only solar plexus chakra been working so good. For example, Steve Jobs, the CEO of Apple, or the chairperson of Apple, who also founder of Apple. So he did a very good job. Apple was too good. Like, there was nothing that could beat Apple for some days. He had multiple cancers in his body. And the last days of his life, he had to keep on just taking treatments, and he had a hospital within his house. So it's just that is why we say first nullify everything and then let everything work in its own pace. So don't keep on dominating one chakra. So solar plexus is the just form of creation in this physical reality. And its energy properties and all are also very good. Very good. I mean, yeah. Whenever we think that yes, I need some growth in life, then that is when we can just start using solar plexus chakra.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
From Chandana, I think we have a question. Thank you, Sohana, for the wonderful session. Just one question: how to pass the thought through the solar plexus chakra? Is it in our hand to become the dominant of solar plexus chakra?
Yeah, that's it. So that's absolutely in our hands. We see, I'll just give you an example. We are just walking on a road and we see there is a Rolls Royce car passing next to us. I mean, maybe just think about BMW or like a very good car passing through us. What we do? We just think for it. I need it. And you get the strong thought of you need it. You keep working for that. All you look for is right now, I need that car. That's it. I need a good life. I need a good luxuries in life. Yes, of course. Whatever you you just take time for. Obviously, that is what we see. So if you take time for your physical reality or physical reality things or creation, and there is no divine thing or spiritual thing or self refinement process is not happening. So it's always just that only work. And obviously, yes, because we see most of the times, for me also, sometimes I just get carried away with my work, and then after 2 days I will realize now I need to hear to Patriji. I need his voice right now in my head, and automatically I'll just turn on YouTube and see one of his video. Like that, I'll just get into meditation. Whatever I missed for 2 days, I'll cover it up. But before that, the situation was completely, right now I need a good job. After getting a good job, right now I need another admission. I got to move to United States, and after that again admissions. This went on going and I had no break. But yes, you got to take time, but this is absolutely within our hands. That's it. But here the good thing is, I can tell you, when you manage equally every day, we go out, right? We go out, we do our job, we work a lot, we do our daily things, and next day before starting our day, what we do is we take a shower, right? We clean our body every day. Just the way, work for what you want, work for what you want to live with, and right after that every day take some time to just flush off from everything in your mind, because your mind needs some rest, your mind deserves some rest to work actively again the next day, and that is how the growth and refinement process will happen. So do both of the things equally, then you don't have to um, have a wait or a stop. So yes, this is all I can say.
Yeah. Thank you, Sohana. From Sandeep, I have a question here. Is there a book to know more about these chakras and how to activate them that you recommend?
Yeah, chakras activation. I don't much read about much. I don't read books about chakras at all. All I hear chakras about is if you go to PMC channel and search for, or okay, we will share you the video in the group, then you can follow that. There is a video guided by Balakrishna sir and Ramachari sir, who helps us experience chakras. So that is how I just learned about chakras, because I don't like to personally know about its properties and work on them, because maybe I feel that that's not required. I mean, most of the things, say having a past life or having different bodies and having chakras, they are normal to us. So what happens is, we don't have to, all we got to do is we should know that we have all of those, but you don't have to know everything about it. That's okay, that's absolutely fine, because as you keep growing, and that is how you keep knowing within yourself. So let your experience teach you. So to experience that, I can share you a guided meditation video where you can that's a very beautiful meditation. Both of the good trainers will help you experience how chakras can work.
Thank you, Sohana. Yeah, I think I had I had attended one of those sessions. So yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Madhvi ma'am, I think you wanted to talk. You can go ahead and
Yeah. Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you, Sohana. It's a beautiful session. As every Sunday, you take time out and do this with us. Thank you so much. Just wanted to ask you one question where you said that 24 hours we are on run, doing job, doing the housework, and family talks, discussions. Somewhere or other, some negative thought creeps into the mind. It's very hard to be in that elevated energetic position, energetic brain all through the day. It's very, very difficult. At the time, you did say that you put counter it back with a positive thought. So just as an example, say you get some like a fearful thought or some thought you get. So what you say, I'm so sorry. This is not what it is. I just do a affirmation as a positive affirmation right away. Is that how you meant it?
Yeah, so it's actually a good question. First, we don't have to be positive all the day. All we got to do is just be relaxed all the day. Relaxed mind is the only highest mind or the positive mind. So when we are completely relaxed and here, whatever the negative, right now, I'll just give you an example. I have an interview to go, and I have lots of fear within me, and I'm just getting those thoughts. How do I even do that? Will I be able to clear my interview right now? How will this work? When I just get that kind of thought, just I wait there for a second, just take 2 breaths, and it's just that I deserve here, I belong here. That is why I have been called till here. So that is all.
Okay.
Just let your give a valid reasoning to your mind that it can accept your affirmation.
Just maybe just slow down a bit and just think.
Yeah.
Affirmation and I think, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's one of the, it's a bit of a challenging thing, which I sometimes face quite a bit.
so whenever you feel like that, just take 5 minutes time and meditate, just void your mind with no thoughts, and automatically you will see a changed affirmation with whatever negative thought you have been given or negative thought you had it in your mind. You will see the changed positive form. So you can experiment this, I can say.
Okay, thank you. Just one more question, and thank you so much for that. You did mention that it took you about a year or two to get to the breathing, understand how the breath works. So just wanted get some insight from you. Say with the breath. Say, how did you feel it? Did you feel? Some people say you breathe it. You can imagine your breath in the stomach and the gut area, or you can feel it in the nose, or you can sometimes some people feel it differently. So what did really help you to go through that breath work? How could you do it?
So here actually I was doing rebirthing sessions. I was going to rebirthing sessions. So rebirthing sessions are something that fast breaths. You got to do fast breaths. So we had a count 2,000, 3,000 and full day, sometimes 12 hours non-stop. So in that process, I had very confused and disturbed breath most of the time. So it's just that from when I started realizing was all I got to do is I leave myself with all the attention and focus at my nostrils, and this is how I started. So once I leave my focus at my nostrils, I started feeling it, my breath. While I inhale, it was going till my third eye, touching it here, and then going back to the abdomen, and then again traveling back. So this is how I started feeling it. And then later on, every day, every new day, I had a new understanding of it, a better understanding of it. So I just feel breath. I just feel breath. And once we, observing breath and feeling breath is just a lift, from the ground floor to the top floor. As we use a lift, our breath is also like a lift. So once we observe our lift, once we observe our breath, it's just that as we observe, we are traveling in the lift. So once we reach the top floor is completely thoughtless floor. So once we go there is no more that we can feel our breath. There is nothing. Sometimes I don't even feel my body. So this is how it can work. It's breath is always your lift. So it's just that once you are meditating, you sit in meditation. If you go to thought-free state, just live there for some time. Stay there with your thought-free state. And
Okay.
after some time, whenever you have been intervened by any other negative thoughts or any other thoughts in your mind, then again go to your breath.
Okay.
So all we got to do is stay with the thoughtless state. That's it. So for that, we are taking help of our breath.
Breath work. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So Sohana, so having the short breaths, so like, I mean, do you suggest anything regarding short breaths? Say, like, I mean, like if someone is not able to concentrate or something, like, you have anything like you should do this many counts or like something like that, or?
Suggest take long 4 to 5 breaths and just sit in meditation, because rebirthing and past life sessions we need a trainer, certified trainers next to us. So without any certified trainers, once you take a training with a certified trainer, then you're free to do or practice it every day or whichever form you want. But if you are not being able to concentrate, all you got to do is take inhale with your nose, exhale with your mouth. Okay, so inhale with your nose and exhale with your mouth. So this is what you got to do it for at least 4 to 5 times, and then trust me, you will have a very good concentration and focus.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. From Chandana, if we go to the thoughtless state, then when do we question for answers in our meditation?
That happens. Uh, that happens, sometimes your thoughts doesn't make you feel that they are nonsense. Then you realize these thoughts are helping me. Once you just experience a stretch of thoughtless state, automatically I have started receiving wisdom in the form of my thoughts. Completely, like after staying in meditation for 1 hour, completely thought-free state, and after 1 hour, I used to start getting some beautiful thoughts, beautiful wisdom, and I never felt that they were something not useful. So every thoughts, once we start meditation, and the regular thoughts is something is wasting your mind. But if you are getting an answer, then automatically you will know that these thoughts are completely useful for me. So that is how they work.
Thanks, Sohana.
Thank you.
So do you have any sessions regarding those rebirths or like sessions on it, or like someone else would be taking?
Yeah, we have some sessions going on. Quantum Life University. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, but everything those are in online. Nothing is on online, right? Like only to the you have to be.
Nothing is on online. Yeah. I think, let's see. I thought of starting it, but that rebirthing and past life doesn't work online. That's the problem, because 8 to 9 long hours we got to sit in the process with the trainer. And what if there is a network connection, or we don't know, we can't experience person in live, and it's just that we are pushing them into risky stages. So it's always suggested that in person is good. So
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
and
Because there might be a question regarding that. So
yeah. Maybe like I can help you, like let me find out. There is a woman, my guru, who actually taught me the past life and all these healings. So let me just see if at all she is doing it online. Like, I don't know, because she's a very powerful woman, and maybe she might be capable of doing that. So yeah, I'll ask her and
okay.
I'll let you know by next session.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think thank you so much. I leave and I request if we can continue the meditation, that will be good, or else like it's up to you. Maybe if you want to make Dasara celebrations also, we can give a break today for your meditation.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Sure.
thank you,
Yeah,
Lavanya.
sure.
Thank you, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sohana.
thank you, Sohana.
Thank
Happy
you.
Navaratri.
Happy
Thank you.
Navratri. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you.